One of the areas I work with people on most frequently is presentation skills. And an added complexity in this area is when you're delivering to a senior group, a management team. And in this short little video, I want to share 3 or 4 tips with you when you're dealing with that more senior audience. So the first tip, and it's relevant for all presentations really, but particularly so here, is having clarity of result. Like, what is your desired result? What are you trying to achieve? And in particular with a senior audience, you want to know what your ask of them is. And it's always useful to start with that. What is it you're looking for from them? Is it a recommendation? Is it approval? Is it buy-in? Is it clarity of questions that you're seeking responses to? So you know what you're there for, what's the purpose of it. Because always remember, presentations are a means to an end, so you want to know what your end is. Also remember with the senior group that they will interrupt you, whereas with most presentations, it's like you can maybe have the choice of speaking and then doing Q&A or inviting questions as you go. But generally with a senior group, they will interject, and that's just part of the deal. So you have to sort of factor in dealing with that. A little tip there is to think about what questions would you hate to be asked, or what issue would you hate them to bring up. That can often shine a light on an area where you don't feel as comfortable. Third tip is know your start, know your beginning, and by that I mean know how you will bridge into your first slide. Most of the time when we get into a presentation it flows a little more, but how will I get into the first slide? What will be my first 2 or 3 sentences? Because they probably know who you are, so you don't need to do an introduction, but maybe recapping why you're all here. The last tip then is around a bit of practice, just from a time management perspective. Simplicity is key with good presentations. It's getting to that point of simplicity that sits on the far side of complexity.